Storybeans presents Finley the Fox and the Acorn of Kindness. Have you ever felt so cross with someone that you wanted to get them back? Did it make you feel better or worse? This story is about a young fox who learns that doing wrong in return doesn't make things right at all. The sun was sinking behind the treetops, painting the woodland in streaks of gold. In the middle of a clearing padded a young fox named Finley. His fur was bright russet, and his eyes shone with curiosity, but his paws often carried him into trouble. Finley was known for being clever and quick, but he had one weakness. When someone wronged him, he felt he had to get even. That very morning, Finley had bounded to the river for a drink, only to find a pair of badger cubs blocking his favourite spot. "Out of the way!" Finley barked. "We were here first," grumbled one of the badgers. When Finley tried to nudge in, the cub splashed him with muddy paws. Anger burned in Finley's chest. "If they splash me, I'll splash them back," he thought. Without hesitation, he pounced into the shallows, sending a huge wave that soaked both cubs from snout to tail. The badgers shrieked, and soon the clearing echoed with yelps, splashes, and quarrels. By the time Finley slunk away, his fur was dripping, and his heart felt heavy. Later that day, Finley spotted a flock of crows feasting on berries he had been eyeing all week. "They're greedy," he muttered. "If they take mine, I'll take theirs." He crept closer, then leapt forward with a loud growl. The crows scattered in a flurry of wings, leaving the berries behind. Finley gobbled them quickly, juice staining his whiskers. But the berries were sour, not ripe at all. His stomach churned uncomfortably. "Serves them right," Finley grumbled, though he didn't feel proud. As twilight deepened, Finley wandered gloomily along a mossy path. From above came a cheerful voice. "Not the happiest evening for you, I see." Finley looked up. A red squirrel with a bushy tail was perched on a branch, nibbling an acorn. His fur glowed like copper in the fading light. "Who are you?" Finley asked, a little crossly. "Rowan, at your service," the squirrel replied, holding his acorn up in salute. "And I couldn't help but notice the storm cloud following you around today." "There's no storm cloud," Finley snapped. Rowan twitched his whiskers. "Oh, first the badger cubs, then the crows. Two wrongs don't make a right, young fox." Finley frowned. "But if someone splashes me, I should splash them back. That's only fair." Rowan jumped down to the ground and looked at Finley across the clearing with a serious expression on his face. "Revenge may feel fair in the moment," said Rowan, "but it only makes the forest stormier. Righting a wrong with another wrong only leaves everyone soaked." Finley turned away. He didn't like being lectured, especially by a squirrel. The next morning, Finley's path crossed with a hedgehog named Pip, who was rolling a shiny green apple home. Finley's stomach still hurt from the sour berries, and the apple looked delicious. "Mind sharing?" Finley asked, hopefully. "Oh, this one's for my family," Pip replied kindly. "There are plenty more near the orchard." But Finley remembered how others had wronged him. "If no one shares with me, why should I care about them?" he muttered. And before Pip could react, Finley snatched the apple and dashed off. He bit into it, but guilt soured the sweetness. Behind him, Pip's small, disappointed face lingered in his mind. From the trees, Rowan's voice called down, "Another wrong, Finley." Finley growled. He wouldn't share. Rowan hopped closer. So, you took what wasn't yours. Does that make you feel better? Finley looked at the half-eaten apple. No, it just makes me feel small. Rowan sat on a rock beside Finley. Listen, young fox, the forest works best when kindness spreads like sunlight through the leaves. Wrongdoing is like a shadow. If you chase it with more shadows, soon the whole wood is dark. Finley tilted his head. But what if someone keeps being unkind to me? Shouldn't I protect myself? Protecting yourself is wise, Rowan said gently. But there's a difference between protecting and punishing. True strength is choosing the harder path, doing right even when others do wrong. Finley was quiet. He thought of the angry badger cubs, the sour berries, and Pip's sad eyes. Maybe Rowan was right. That evening, Finley had his chance. He discovered Pip again, this time trapped in a hollow log. A tumble of stones had rolled across the entrance, and Pip squeaked helplessly. Finley's first thought was sharp. He wouldn't share with me. Why should I help him? But then Rowan's words whispered in his mind. Two wrongs don't make a right. Finley padded forward, pushing the stones aside with his strong paws. Slowly, Pip wriggled free. Oh, thank you, Finley, Pip squeaked, eyes wide with relief. Finley felt warmth spread in his chest. This was different from revenge. Lighter, brighter. Pip smiled. She pulled another shiny green apple from behind a tree. You can have half my apple if you'd like. Rowan appeared from a branch above, clapping his tiny paws. Well done, Finley. See how kindness grows when you plant it first. From that day, Finley tried harder. It wasn't easy. Sometimes he still felt the tug of anger when someone crossed him. But he remembered Pip's grateful face and Rowan's wise words. When the badger cubs splashed him again, Finley simply stepped back and let the river's current wash over his paws. To his surprise, the cubs laughed and invited him to play. Soon they were splashing together in friendship rather than spite. The crows, too, grew less wary and sometimes even dropped a few ripe berries for him. Finley learned that choosing kindness made his heart feel fuller than revenge ever had. One moonlit night, Finley lay curled beneath a mighty oak tree, with Rowan perched above, holding his favourite acorn. You've grown, young fox, the squirrel said warmly. Remember, strength isn't in how fiercely you fight, but in how wisely you choose. From small acorns to tall oak trees grow. Finley yawned, his eyes heavy with sleep. Two wrongs don't make a right, he murmured, the words settling in his heart like a promise. And as the woodland settled into silence, Finley drifted into dreams, not of revenge, but of acorns and brighter tomorrows. Thank you for watching Story Beans. See you next time.